Everybody, is Watachee again. Uh, how's everybody doing out there? Another nice day. It's supposed to only be high like 73 around here. End of July, people. We only had hot weather for about a week, and we're getting ready to go into August. We've been flooded out twice. Within a 2-day period, we had two bad rainstorms come in here and just flood this whole place out. I mean, it saturated the ground so much that big old trees just fell over because the roots just ripped right up through the mud, man. The ground was so wet. It was like it was almost underwater. But people, I always got to remind myself that this is a new channel. So I've got to go back a year and a half to tell you why I stand where I stand today, I guess. Now, back when all this crap first happened in 2020, I had talked to many doctors, which I had a heart doctor at that time, and I had my pulmonary lung doctors, which I have been born with a heart problem, which is called Wolff-Parkinson's White syndrome. Been through 3 heart surgeries. They could not fix my heart. I still live with it today. My lungs, I was born with a hereditary COPD. It was hereditary, folks. My smoking did not damage my lungs. They probably didn't help it, but they certainly did not damage it. And I've been put through about every test you could be put through as far as lungs go. They put me inside a pressurized container. Basically, I had this thing in my mouth where I was breathing through so that they could feel my lungs and tell how much capacity I had. This was a couple years ago, 3 years ago. They told me I had 30 to 40% of my lung capacity left, and they told me that although smoking has not helped it, it has not been the cause of it. They told me I had most people have a protective fluid that your lungs produce, and it protects the inside of your lungs. It gets on the walls of your lungs and stuff, and it protects it. Well, my body don't produce that. So my lungs have been being destroyed since the day I first took my first breath. And so when all this started a year and a half ago, folks, I'm 60 years old. I want you all to know. When all this started a year and a half ago, folks, I was one of the top of the list of people who will be dead from what has happened. I'm 60. I have heart and health lung problems. Lung problems. I have 30 to 40% lung capacity. This is a big marker that I would have died. I will die from COVID, according to them. Now, because of my lung capacity, I could not wear a mask, and I have not and will not wear one. And I've been prosecuted for it too. They convinced everybody that the old people and the babies in the beginning are the biggest threat. That this is going to threaten them the most. Well, people, I was running Ubers and Lyft because I can't do anything else with my lung problems and my heart problems. They took my CDL away from me, won't let me drive a semi anymore. So I've been driving Uber and Lyft for about 4 years, 3 or 4 years. At this time, at least 2 years when this all happened. And they started demanding I wear a mask in my car carrying people, and I never did. Never. I told the people when they got in, as far as inside my car, they did not have to wear it. If they felt more comfortable wearing it, they could, but they did not have to wear it in my car. I took people to doctors' offices. I took people to hospitals that were sick, coughing sick in the back of my car. I took people to, like I said, doctors' office to be tested, to be dealt with because of whatever problems they were having. I was carrying these people back and forth until it got to the point that these people were attacking me for not wearing the mask. So I stopped running people. And I continue running Uber Eats, which is just food. I haven't stopped at all. I work 7 days a week, folks. 7 days a week. I have not been sick at all. These people are still trying to force a mask on my face. They even tried to force it in a courtroom, and it did not happen. And they're going to continue to try to force this on me. They're going to try and claim these vaccines. Well, if I can't wear a mask, I need to be vaccinated. Well, they've already came out yesterday and said that even the vaccinated people will still have to wear the mask because they're still contagious and they're still spreading it. So the vaccine does no good for me not to wear a mask, so I'm not taking it for that reason. The vaccine, on the other hand, they have no proof that it will not cause me any heart problems or lung problems with the lung problems that I got. And I will never allow them to stick a needle in me ever again. Now, after the beginning of this year, my heart doctor told me she wanted me in her office in order to get my prescriptions. They had me on a prescription for 20 years telling me if I didn't take this prescription, I would die. Well, people, a year and a half ago, not only was I had those health problems, I was also at 200 and bouncing between 238 and 242 pounds at 5'7". I was way overweight. Well, I knew one day they were going to use those pills to try to get me to either take a shot or put on that mask. And I started praying about it, and I knew they were going to take them pills from me. Because I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to do what they say just because they have something over my head. I'll take my chances. And I did. I refused to go in their office, and they cut me off over 8 months ago, folks. I have not had any medications from a doctor whatsoever in over 8 months, other than a rescue inhaler that I get from my lung doctor. That's it. I do not take no more heart medications, no blood pressure medications. I've lost 60-plus pounds. I'm down to, right now, around 175 to about 182 is where I bounce at, 175 to 182, depending if I'm fully dressed, too. I still want to lose a little bit more, but I'm happy at where I'm at. I'm healthier than I've ever been in the last 20 years since I was following these doctors. Well, these doctors have proven who and what they are today. And people, this isn't going to stop with the vaccine. You know where it's headed. And you know, old Gates has his name on it. And if you don't, I'll let you know later, but I've done said enough in this video that you'll probably never even see it. But I also going to tell you, back when this all first started, I was hauling around a lot of people that worked for the doctor's offices and the hospitals. A lot of these people were working in billing and coding. I still talk to these people because of what I do on YouTube, and they are even telling me today, you know, they keep hearing on the news how these, what do you call it, people that have it are going up. Well, the people that are billing for it and coding for it are saying that ain't happening. And they're the ones that get the money for the doctors and get it through the insurance companies and stuff, folks. I'm being told that maybe they're getting 2 or 3 a week or a month of those kind of patients. And the rest are not. They're not being listed as that anymore. They're going back to the original way they used to list it before all this happened. With your pneumonias and your flu and your other things. But the you-know-who is still claiming those to be the same. And they're not. But they get on your news stations that you listen to and tell you, oh, the numbers are going up. Oh, my God. Oh, we're going to have to shut everything down again. Everybody's got to put the mask back on. This time you'll have to have 10 masks. You'll have to have cotton shoved up both your nose and a big wad of cotton in your mouth with duct tape over your nose and mouth and 3 masks on and a plastic shield and walk around with duct taped under a sheet of plastic. And you guys will do it. You'll be the walking dead. Now, let me tell you about this Johnson & Johnson vaccine. They're coming out now admitting that it does neurological damage. Neurological damage. How many of you got the full 2 shots of that Johnson & Johnson? How many of you going to line up for it this time, now that they're telling you? That's how they do it, folks. They don't tell you the truth up front. After they get it all in you, then they, oh, well, now we're finding out both your legs and both your arms are going to fall off from the shot. But don't worry, folks. We're the government. We're here to help. We're going to roll your ass around. We'll roll you into the bathroom when you need to. We'll send people around that when you need something, we'll roll you around on your belly and back. They ain't going to give you no damn wheelchair. You ain't going to be able to sue nobody for a wheelchair either. They're all covered under the law. Your democracy. That stuff cracks me up. Democracy. Spread it across the earth. Most evilest thing anybody can claim to have ever done was to spread democracy throughout the earth. Where there's countries that were free, now they're democracies. Good job, folks. Well, they tell me you guys can't handle more than 15 minutes, so I'm going to have to cut this off. But just so you know, everybody, God loves you, and so do I. If you go to hell, it's going to be because you chose to go to hell. Nobody else did it to you. You did it. The one way to keep from going to hell is to knock on a door that's got Jesus standing on the other side of it. That can assure you not to go to hell for what you've done. But you got to knock on that door, and he'll answer. Have you done that, folks? If not, the future of what's coming is not going to be good for you. You're not going to like it. So, love you guys. Be good out there. Have a nice day.